Hello everyone. So today we are here with TechSetco and Azure Developer Community to bring a amazing session over cloud college to cloud. Here we would be covering a very basics of cloud computing, Azure and all stuff. And for that we are having none other than Vishwas Narayan. He is an amazing guy and an intellectual in Azure Dev and is a lead for Azure Developer Community. I would welcome you, sir.
Sir, nahi, bro. It's just visuals. And thank you so much, folks. Thank you so much for joining in. And also, it means a lot when you guys just call as many people as you can, just get the sessions done, and all these things, right? It just it's just the best move that you ever do. See, the industry is changing. There is always a different perspective that industry gives to you once you see it's changing. And also, once you enter the industry, it's a different story, right? There are hundreds and hundreds of different things that you just need to do over a course of time. And also, there are a lot of changes that you need to see, right? So it will be there from your perspective of your position, money, the problem statement which you'll be solving, and everything. So I'll start sharing my screen and I'll share you some of the things up here. So I think I've already uh, listed the slides here. I think you guys can see that. So it's just the slides that I've already made. So if you can look at this, it's already there here. I think you can remove me from this part. It will be better for everybody to see everything from the portal. So all the list of the slides that I did over a course of time is here. And also you guys can go check out all my blogs. So blogs will also be there listed down here. And don't worry about that. Everything is built to just make sure that you guys understand the industry perspective. And also you guys get to know what is the need of the hour, right? So that's what we always pioneer our ways towards, right? What can we do as the best possible thing? And then and always, like, when you think of a lot of things, there can be 100 things which can go wrong, or else there can be a lot of things which you will be having in terms of the dream, and everything is given as an article here. So just go check this article out. So I think many people have already started viewing it, so that's perfect. So to me, I believe that Azure is one of the Bible for all the researchers. Let it be cloud computing. Let me just say computing. So you'll get n number of research papers, and a lot of times, these are the some of the best in the class researchers who do the research and they throw the paper here. Because over a course of time, what industry has to offer is something which is very less. Like, it's always about, like, where can we get the best client, where can we get the best candidate for doing this problem statement here. So over a course of time, there are a set of researchers who are pretty well accomplished in the industry, and they come and write their papers here. So if you guys can go back and see in Twitter also, you can find the best of the best. Because lately I've realized one thing, that as soon as you know where to reach out to the people, you're 80% done in the problem statement, and also 80% you're clear about your goals. So there's something called as deep AI. So I think I made a mess here. So deep AI. So you guys can go check out this entire thing. Oh, sorry for that. So you guys can go check out this entire Twitter page. This Twitter page, click on it. You'll get an amazing research papers on the AI. And to be very frank with you, there is no better way to just say this is one of the repositories that I refer back to every single day. Like, the best of the papers come in, the best of the researchers publish the paper here. And you can see that, right? There is already an researcher who is already tagged here. You can go and talk to him. So I think he's from Tsinghua University, I think from China. But let it be, like, the best of the best papers, the best of the articles also are here. So you guys can go check out this as well. So if you type in Argyle, you get a list of all these things, right? You guys can go back and check out all the things that has been given here. This is the human computer interaction. This is the computer linguistics. Computer linguistics is morely related to your computer language wala stuff, and there are different papers. So Azure Daily is a gooder one. It's the best one. Like you guys can go check out all these things. Oh, so many chats. I'm Shashank Singh from. All right, many people. I'm very sorry if I have missed any of your chats here, but do check out all the things which is happening here, because lately you will realize one thing. Kindly introduce yourself in the live chat. So yep. Oh, perfect. So that's also fine. So all the things, everything that is related to the research is here. Everything that is required for you to enter industry very confidently is here. So what you have to do is just make a pact to your life that okay, I'm going to reach out to something. And let me show you how to reach out to the best resources as well. So let's say you want to study something on DevOps. DevOps archive research paper. Perfect. You get everything related to the research here. So just go out, check out this PDF. It's going to be worth it. Just make sure that one day at least one paper, or else chhod do ye sab. I'll say you a simple trick. Go to YouTube and learn something called as canary deployment in cloud in DevOps. Let's say DevOps. You get rolling updates, big bang, canary deployments, blue green deployments. Yeah, I think you get amazing resources. Just follow the step by step approach. Like yeah, just go to this, just click on this video. You'll be given another video, and there are some amazing institutions like IT Revolution. So this is one of an institution which is doing an amazing research in terms of DevOps. You guys can go check out amazing art, amazing research papers, amazing articles, amazing books, authors of the best in the best books in the DevOps world, which is very related to the cloud computing is here. So you guys can go check out this as well. So I think oh yeah, I wanted to share you guys this one. This is a fantastic way of analyzing what is this industry. Just start reading it. I'm saying you. This is one of the yeah. You can have a minute. No, it's not a problem. So just go read this. Perfect. And there are some amazing books there in my slides. Just go check out Visible Labs, IT Revolution Press has its own project called as Phoenix Project. So you guys can go check out. And Book of DevOps is there. Just go and check out. So this is how you enter the industry. And also there are some resources that I can really show you. So Google Docs. So let's just go to Google Docs. I have some amazing resources as well, so I can share you that. So DevOps resources, best resources for DevOps, best resources. Something very close to that was my fintech. I do a podcast, so you guys can go check out my podcast as well. So this is my YouTube channel, so do check it out. So it's Vishwas Narayan. Subscribe to my channel. I have already closed 1K. I need to go to 2K very soon. Do subscribe, and any questions, keep it coming. Keep it coming. I'll just be there, and I'll just be getting all the things. I think Vaibhav, just take care of all the questions. Note it down, or else just have it. So I'll be there for it. Okay.
Sure, sure.
So this is my channel. Do subscribe to this channel. I do a lot of podcasts and DevOps chat series with amazing professionals from different companies, different places, different fields. So do check it out. I forgot that DevOps bootcamp. Nahi, I think that's the syllabus for that. But where is this? DevOps projects. Yes, I think I can share you this as well. So you guys can do your final year projects based on these ideas that I'm telling you. So if you are a computer science or else an EC person, just start doing it. So I think I shared the resources there. So just go ahead and just start learning. I think best of the best resources I had collected for the DevOps. Wait, DevOps. Project ideas, resume, bootcamp syllabus. Nahi, that's a different story. DevOps. So I have a lot of DevOps thing. I don't know where are the other stuff, man. Mini bro project. Money. Oh, money, not me. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Some. Oh, yes. Some DevOps articles. Yep. You guys can have the list of all the articles that are given here. I'll say you why. Because I've collected with a lot of research and patience. So you guys can go check it out. Share with your friends, not a problem. I think I'll be giving it in the resources as well. So Google Docs. So I'll be giving that in the resources as well. Share it with your friends so that they can make the best use of it. So that everybody learns the best. Slides and resources. One second, I'll just slides and resources. That's perfect. So that I'll list out all of this so you guys can go check out all the things that I've been listing down here in one repository so it doesn't miss out at any given point of time. So that's fine, right? So best of the best resources and make an amazing mindset to read some of the reports from the company. I'm saying you why because as soon as you enter the industry, you will be puzzled, like the way in which I was puzzled when I started freelancing. Because back then, that journey is so frustrating. Like once you enter the industry, it's like, okay, where should I enter? What should I do? Whom should I reach? Once you start reading the state of the DevOps report, everything is being covered here. So don't worry, everything is being covered here. So you guys can go check it out. Amazing resources are being collected. So state of the DevOps report from 2021 is also there. 2022, I'll just make sure that I'll get you all the resources as well. I think there is something called as Google Drive that I had. Which had the collection of software supply chain report from Sonatype. It's an amazing company which is doing something phenomenal in the field of security, DevSecOps, DevOps, cloud computing. They have an amazing product called as uh, what do you call Nexus Lifecycle Management, which is basically a repository for all the files that get built. Like as soon as you build on any of the C project, you will have an exe file to be given, or else there is an wheel file. All these kinds of lifecycle management, like getting to know what is going down in the code base that you have written, what should be updated, everything. Amazing company, follow them. Like you'll be amazed by this. So let's do one thing. So Cloud Drive, Google Drive is where I have all the repositories of that. So you guys can go check it out as well. So Google Docs. I need you docs because I want to give them all the resources so that you guys don't get bored. Because lately I have realized one thing that you guys will start getting bored and you'll be like, what to do in this world? And I'm like, just give yourself that chance. Oh, sorry for that. Drive dot digital logics and computer edition. Let's see. Okay, so no. I think this is the problem with Drive Google. Sign in will be there. Yes, I think this will work. State of the software supply chain report. Yes, it's here. So I finally found it. State of the software supply chain report. I think I can share you that entire thing. So it has collection of all the state of the software supply chain reports. So you guys need not have to worry about it as well. So it will be here. It will be here in the resources. So you guys can go check out that as well. Wait. So make some of the best habits right now because industry is changing so rapidly, and there will be a point where you will come and say like, "Bhaiya, I can't do everything," and I don't want that to happen. So better. And before entering this portal, a disclaimer from my side: just make sure that you know your niche. What do you really want to do? I use everything that is required by a software engineer as well, but I mainly focus on what is required by me. So lately, I've realized machine learning is one of the best thing that I require. Azure Database is one more thing that I really want to really do something because Spark is one of the leading operations for all your things which is related to the big data. Big data means Spark is an amazing player. Of course, there were some amazing players who were this one very big in terms of the data engineering field. Like MapReduce was there, Hadoop was there, which is always the combined product. But like over a course of time, they just evolved. I think Azure Databricks is here. I think I can share you this one as well. So yes, you guys will start loving Docker and Kubernetes, which is required by a software engineer, yet it's also required by a machine learning engineer for the tomorrow's world. I think, yeah, this is the best slide. Just go study. Like, this is the best thing that I can give for you. All the resources from my side will be given to you, because in 1.5 to 2 hours, I can't give you the best of the best resources. But what I can promise you is like, okay, I can give you some best of the best things that I ever got an access towards. So this is what I'm giving to you. So make up your mind. What do you want to work? What do you want to study? And then just start working. So better way, let's just start working. So as soon as you enter the portal, this will be the URL for it, portal.azure.com/home. You need to create your free account. There are ways to create your account. One is you can go back and check out free Azure account using your credit card. And there is one more way of getting it. There is Azure GitHub Student Pack as well. So do get it, GitHub Student Pack Azure. So go get this. You make the best use of your ID card, which college gives you, right? Make the best use of it. So it's not about just Azure. There are amazing other services from other portals as well, like DigitalOcean gives you that, and there are other services as well. So you guys can go check out. So if you click on all, everything will be there for you. So you guys can go check out about Arduino benefits and things, free Arduino create market plan, everything. So do check this out. So this is going to be, I guess we can start with the introduction to cloud computing and the stuff that we could. So because if I don't get that accordingly, it's going to be very tough for you folks as well, because it's going to be very horrifying later. Like, I might miss out on something. So better, let's just take a problem statement, like you want to host it or host a website on your computer. Let's say I have a GitHub which has some sort of a repository which says, hey, there is a website which is there. So what I use is, it's a simple thing. I use an app service, or there is another service called a static web apps. If you really want to really explore a lot in terms of cloud, start with web apps. It has some backend resources which will be created, and that's the beauty of this entire technology. And just go click on this, create button will be there, and everything still remains the same, right? For static web apps, this plan type is everything will be different, but for another stuff like web apps and all these things will still remain the same. Just start building it. So static website is something like you just have an entire code base and you're just deploying it. But a web app is something which allows you to connect to other databases. You can have data storage. You can build some pipelines for it. So let me just connect my tablet and I can show you what is the requirement of the hour when it comes to the cloud. So I've shared you all the resources. All the resources are being shared. Don't worry about that. So that's perfect from my side. So let's get it started. So meanwhile, if you have anything that you really want to share, if you know any other resources that is very useful to the student community or the fraternity of the students, feel free to share it on this portal, because lately it's going to be very tough, right? Wait, I'll get my pen, by the way. Sorry for that. I don't know, where's my pen? 1 second, folks, 1 second. Yep, I got the pen. This is a graphic pen that we really work towards. So I think enough of all the resources. Let's go to the whiteboard. There was a deep learning session on the 9th. So let's say you go to a banking company. What's the need of the hour? So you need millions, let's say billions of dollars of transactions, billions of transactions. And also you will also be accustomed to the fact that there is a requirement of the hour, that is like you need to store the information. Let's say your college also requires that, so there is always a transaction which is happening, there is always a need for you to store the data set. It's not one just banking system, it's also available for everything. And now there is something called as accessing. So within this there is a way in which you want to secure the access, make sure that it's fast and easy to use. Over a course of time, every system has these as the non-functional entity. You can think of any of the system design, just come up with any of the company or else any of the platforms, we can start working about it. But now I'm just giving you an example of some banking system, just make sure that you understand it. So these are the non-functional requirement of it, but this require a lot of technicality, like it needs to be fast, it needs to be secure, it needs to be made sure that you understand ins and outs of what are all these technologies all about. So let's just design it. So yeah, I think that's perfect. So what do you have as an user who has a device which is a mobile or a laptop, screen which says everything, and now he is accessing a banking system. So this banking system has different things. You can code it using Python, you can code it using Java, you can use it using .NET. I think we are doing it amazing .NET series. Do reach out to us. But all of these require a computer to run. Requires a software which is defined in the system. Like if it's Python version, let's say 19 comes out, 19.01. And if you say I want to work at 18.01, yes, you have to install it and you have to start running it. Can you make it compatible with 19.01? Yes. That's where the DevOps comes into the picture. DevOps is like, okay, this is the amount of code which you have, but like you want to transition it. So chunk by chunk, let's start testing it. Let's start rolling it out. And basically, what you do is you form factor in the form of an API or else in the form of an container. So all of these will be sorted, all of this will be taken care into the consideration. And this is what your layman's view look like. Like there's a user, there's a computer, there's a banking system which has some sort of a code, there's a computer which is working, and there is always thing. But let me just show you the magic of it. So let's say ping. Let's take one of my websites which I wrote. I think Azure ML Vishwas web.app. I think yes, this is the one. So let's just do ping out there. Let's just see. Okay, ping request doesn't accept. Oh, I think this is a Firebase deployment. So one of the free tier clouds that you can think of. All right. So now I got an IP. So you guys can see that, right? As soon as I did ping Azure ML Vishwas.web.app, there is an IP which is coming. I've copied it. So it's 199.36.56. So let's say I copy that and I paste it here. So yep, I copied this. I'm pasting it. Look at the magic. It doesn't come up because this is in Firebase hosting and it has its own SSL and everything. But let me just say I do something called as ping google.com. It says something like 144 to 250 something. Let me just copy that and I'll show you what happens with this IP. Since this is an entire infrastructure that is more secure than what I have, look at the magic of it. It just went to the google.com and The fact that it's even secure and it got redirected is just the magic of it. So even your computer has an IP, your computer also has the same old technique which is working. So if somebody gets to know your IP, probably it can be hacked, probably it can be opened, and there are different concepts of something called as ports as well. So make sure that you understand that also, because in a computer, any computer, let's say cloud, anything, let's say at the bigger scale, it's 0 to 65535 amount of ports. It's 65,535 ports which are working out there. So lately, what I've just accessed is one of the ports, and I've just made sure that that IP is getting redirected. I don't know which port it's working. This is how security is coming into the picture. Then lately you got to know that this is a superficial system. Now I need to put an advanced technology inside it. So what I do is I have a database connected to a computer itself, and now there is a storage which is happening, which can be something as good as your HDD or secure solid state drive, so it's SSD. Also, NVMe drives, non-volatile memory express is what we call. So you guys can go check out NVMe, NVMe SSD. So non-volatile memory express is a different one. So NVMe drives are there. I think Optane, Intel SSD. You guys can see that this is one of the NVMe drives kind of a thing, but it's much more faster, much more better than what you think. So it's still an SSD Optane, but it's optimized to the next level. So it's always there. And there are different ways that companies also come with strategies, like what should we give to a customer and everything. So we'll check out that as well. So what you did is you just had an access to one of the databases and you're just accessing it. And now a customer can directly communicate through this database securely without having an hassle of anything which is going to be unsecure and everything. So this is what your data system is all about. So cloud has different strategies here. So ultimately, it used to be hosted on a computer like mine, which was massive at scale, and they were all not ready to be updated, because once you have a change in the software and everything, that's going to be a different thing. Then the industry evolved to virtual machines. So what you are seeing here is an option called as a virtual machine, and you're supposed to build it. Let's build one. So as always, this is the magic pill, and this is the amazing way of getting this entire infrastructure. So this create icon is the most fascinating one. So just go click on that. So you'll be redirected to one of the portals here. Oh, I think I was a little over thing. I think, yes, I got it. So let's say I want to create a new resource group. What is a resource group? It's very simple. It's just a virtual repository. It says all your services. So create the new one and just say Vishwas VM and say Vishwas and Vishwas. Oh, yeah, and yeah. So let me just copy that and paste it. So I think I'll just keep it in the chat as well so that I don't forget it later on when we are connecting to Bastion or something. So there are different ways, right? You know, there is something called as an image, and it's saying all the images are here for you. So it's Windows here, but I want Linux. So I'll go click on Linux, and that's perfect for me. So I think I'll generate key pair. That's also perfect. Key pair name Vishwas, and that's also fine. Allow 22 access. That's also good. Like, let's just do that. That's not a problem. And let's get this up and running. So yes. All right. Righty, I think SSH 22. Okay, that's perfect. So what you now got an access to is, okay, since I allowed the networking port, it's not allowing me to do that. So I don't want to allow that. So I'll only allow HTTP traffic. Now see the magic of it. So it will be created. Don't worry about that. So running final validation. So yes, it's there now. So keep the note of this price point because I'll show you one of the magic which is there. So this is the price point that we are talking without a spot instance. And now let me just click on spot instance from Azure. So this is an amazing way of understanding what is this spot instance and all about. So if you click on this, you can see that it's saying the Azure Spot instance offers the unused Azure capacity as a discounted rate versus the pay as you go price. The workload should be tolerated to infrastructure loss as Azure may recall capacity for pay as you go workloads as well. So this is just saying that as soon as you click on the Spot instance, you're basically given two options. So capacity only planning and there is price on capacity planning. So if you can choose any of it, but let me just choose price and capacity planning and let me just create it. So you will see that the pricing of this went down. See that? Now it's a different pricing. It's 0.111 something, and now it's here for me. So yeah. So I think this will be there. So that's perfect. So it will be creating. So it's just that submission of the deployment. So everything will be, unsaved edits will be discarded. So I don't want that to happen. So deployment in progress came in. I can check on that. So it will take some time. Let me just go to other services as well and show you how to create the other services as well. So you go to the Databricks. So you guys can see that, right? I am creating a new 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 something as in data. You can keep anything. This is not anything required, which was Narayan. I don't want to create a Docker image now. Let me just go with some Java. No, 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 no. I have a Python. One Python will work fine here. So, of course, you can change the SKUs and sizes. So, SKUs are basically channels where you can optimize your cost. So I'm now applying it. And sometimes it also depends on the region which you are applying. Some regions won't you offer you free tier accounts and everything. So yes, that's always there. So since I'm running on an central US and a Python as a runtime stack, and it's a code, and now it's giving me a lot of certification. So you can create all these, and I'll show you how it will be created in your resource groups. I think deployment is in progress. So VMs will take a little bit of time. I think it already is created. I think for the this one, let me just create it and let me just go to the other one as well. So yes, I think Akshay, can you please give me the moderator role for this event? No, I don't think so. You can have it because it's already taken care by them only. So don't worry about that. So this is the VM that we are looking forward to. So I clicked on the go to resources and I'm now connecting to Bastion. So it's a very simple move. Click, 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 adding the subnet, everything will happen straight up. And I think this was the password that I wanted to move ahead with, which was VM. So I'm creating the Bastion and you can look at the magic of it. It will be created in a resource group. So yeah, let's just go to the resource groups and you can see that, right? I had a new one for the VM. So it will now be created. I think successfully added subnet deployment in progress. That's perfect. Perfect. So you guys can see that, right? Just like your computer. That's a NIC. This is a NIC. This is a disk, which is like an hard disk, which is always taking care of all the data which comes in, sits there, and everything. So it has OS built in, and the network security group is saying that it's going to be more secure. So don't worry about that. And there's going to be VM, which is there. So Bastion was already created. So let's just refresh this and see what has been created as an extra thing. So I think for the this one, I think for the web app, this has been created. So you guys can go check out all these, right? So it's Canada East and everything. So other resource groups also has been created. I think Bastion will be coming up now. So VNet has been created, so that's perfect. I think Bastion will be up in a while, so Bastion will also come. So new one, it's already created the VNet. So I didn't create the VNet as it is, but it already created the VNet for me, and it's now initializing the Bastion. So that's also good, perfect. So let's see what's going to be in the VMs. So it's already created. So I can connect it in different ways as well. So I can use SSH. So I think did it download any of the PMs? Oh right, it didn't download it. So what to do? Private key chmod vishwas.pm. That's okay. Like I think I didn't download that, so RDP file can be downloaded. But I think RDP might not work in my system because I have not set it up for working with RDP. So yes, let's see. So 3389 port. That's the allocated port from that VM. So that's also cool. I think this will not work, so let's not worry about that. So yeah, I told you right, remote desktop connection, it doesn't work. So use Bastion. So perfect. I think probably it is deploying the Bastion now. So Bastion is updating. That's also right. Let's see what is the status of the web app. So it's very simple thing. Don't worry about the VMs. VMs is just an other computer which is there on the data center, but this works as good as your VM which is there as well. So it's very simple. Just like how you go click on any of the HTML files or the CSS files that is here. I think that's for my mom's channel. So let's go ahead and just get in any of it. Okay, this is not the thing. .html. So let's just do that. Like, let me just show you one of the code pen itself. Like, as soon as you click on that index.html, it will just open in a new tab on your browser and will say, it will show all the things that you have coded, right? It's in a similar way that you are just adding it onto your initialized computer. So what I do is I'll initialize a GitHub. I'll say, get me the organization. That's perfect. Let's say I have a repository which is github.com/netflix 9999 Python Flask app or something, that's the thing. Python. So it will show me all the things that are related to there. So Flask demo, I think I have different branches, but I'll just go with the main branch itself. So this is the repository. I think I can show you the deployments here. So I think production is active. Let's see. Okay, sorry, this is not there. So that's perfect. So it's in a main bar, add a new working file. Yes, add a new one. So let me just show you the magic of it. Instantly, as soon as I press the save here, it takes some time. It adds that entire repository onto it. And if I refresh it, if it used to say 14 days before, now it says now. And you can see that there is already a file called as github/workflows, and this will be now be added. And main Vishwas web app is already created and it's already there. And look at the fact that it just did DevOps for me without me just wanting to say that, hey, can you help me in building out this website? It just did it work. Like that thing was working and this was already sorted for me. And there are different ways that you can also have the deployment of the work environments and the things like that. You can name this as pre-production, production, or anything. And there is also something called as deployment slots. This is not available for my subscription, but it will be generally available, and you can have deployment to different production environments and everything. So that's always clean to look at. So I think it's now running the actions. It will take time and it will start running all the actions which is required here. I think there were different Flask and everything which was running there. I think you can see my old repository. It also had the same thing. It was deployed to the production. So this is how you DevOpsify all your application. Within a click, you just did DevOps without knowing that you just did DevOps. I think I can open in the Bastion. That's not a problem for this one. So let's just go to and click on that VM and see. As soon while this entire thing is up and running, let's just go to the Bastion, hit on it, username, username. What is the username? I think this is the username. I think there was a password. Let me just copy that. Show. Yes, you guys can go. Can't do it. A pop-up blocker is there. I just have to allow it, and now it will be up and running. So since this is a Linux one, allow. Okay, so since my permissions are not there, the network connection of the Bastion host has been lost. So that's not a problem. Leave that. So there are different ways you can connect to a VM and everything. So this is one of the ways. I think this action should be up and running now, or else it will take some time. 1 minute. Why did it take more than 3 minutes now? Okay, it's in the deployment to the production. I think I can show you that as well. So I think build file should be in the form of an artifact here, but some of them won't give you that. That's not a problem. Okay, this is the new one. This is the older ones. Probably this will not work. This will not work for sure. The others will not work. Don't worry. I think this is the recent commit that I did. They should start working. And also, you guys can contribute anything. Like you can start working on any of the things. Like if you feel like contributing, just contribute to my repositories. I am very lazy. I think you can deploy it to any of the things. I think I've done one on Blazor, Databricks, GitHub demo, Spring Boot also I have done. I think there are different repositories that I've worked on, so that's fine. I think this is taking a lot of time. So download the artifacts. So yeah, no, it's now taking in the same path, so it will be available here. So it's Artifactory. What I told about Artifactory is also the same thing. So Azure Web Apps, VMs, everything. Like I should have downloaded the VM. Like I forgot that. Like let's see whether I can hit this IP and I can work on any of the things. Probably this IP is not registered, so it might not show up. But this is actually an VM. Like if you have something as this will always be working. So you can start it and you can just go and you can capture all the versions of all these VMs, like what and all did you change and everything. So these also are also pretty much available here. Let's do it. Let's do one more VM of virtual machines. Scale sets are another topic, so we can't talk about it without giving you a prerequisite for the cloud, right? Man, this is taking a lot of time. Say, if I had not done this as a recorded one, I think probably you guys would have got it. So SSH public key. So that's fine. So yeah, I think this might give an error. Let's see. Probably this might not give an error because I ran everything straight up here. So I think the PM file will be generated now. I think why is it in Canada East from long time? Okay, now it gave me. So I can download the PM files here since I can show you how a VM works. So it's a PM file. Oh, sorry. Even
Okay,
at
so
that time,
Viswas, we are getting a lot of queries from the comments from the chat section. Like they are saying, like please, like go with this lower place.
Can you please elaborate basic terms a bit? Actually, stuff seems heavy for us
Else are saying, so can
beginners.
we?
So, what is Bastion? Bastion is nothing but an term which is been allocated for all your services, which connects to your VM with a more secure way, which is nothing but a secure way of connecting to your VM. That is your virtual machine. You can also create a lot of VM. Sir, just a minute. Okay, which is just an connection to your VM through Azure itself. So Bastion is a new way of connecting to Azure. That's it. So I think just understand in the flow. Don't worry about that. You know everything will be sorted. Everything will be taken care. So yes, this is a fixed price. That is dependent on the instance that you're taking, and everything will be taken care here. Yes, please explain slowly. Sorry for that, Preeti. I was not prepared for this, so that's why I was like, where should I start and everything. That's fine. That's perfect for me. I was another thing. I think you're doing the revision. Go slowly. You're not getting anything. So sorry for that. Ask questions in the chat. Sorry. So I think it's going to take a lot of time. I don't know why today it's taking me a lot of time. The other deployments happened very quickly, but today is probably because I had used them a lot. I think the better way of connecting through SSH. So let's just do it. So it's a simple way. Just copy this command. I'll show you what to be edited and what not. Go to your command prompt or the partial. So partial is an advanced topic, so don't worry about that. So it's an advanced topic. Partial. So you open that. Let me just zoom in. Let me just paste all the things that is required. Let me just go to my downloads and get my PEM. So I did shift and the right click. What happened? I don't want a long time ago PEM. Date of modify. Okay, so it's here. So let me just click on it. Copy as path. So I just hold it shift and I'm just working on it. So let me just go and private key path. I'll just paste it here. So you will see instantaneously I'll be connected to the VM. Yes, I am sure about it. I don't want your anything. So you guys can look at that. Now I have an access to an entire computer. So it's saying that there is a system load of this much. The progress of all the things has been given here. So you can see that, right? IPv4, this is the private IP that is being connected for your network interface card. So that's it. So it's saying about the OS as well. So let's do LS. It still works the same way. Ping google.com or something. Like, let's do that. Let's see what's the IP that has been given. Okay, this is 172. Let's work on this. This works. That's perfect. Oh, works seamlessly. That's perfect. So, and also you can do a lot of other juggling around it. So if you say quit, do Control Z or Control C, it just goes to the new file. You say quit or the exit. You just exit from the VM and you have all the things being on your own system. Like what you were accessing was an Azure VM, but now what you will be accessing is your own computer. As well as, just look at the magic of it. The IP just got closed. Let's say I just hit on it and let's see whether the IP that I just got it will work here or not. So if config All right. So NetTools has to be installed. So let me just do that. So if config should now be working. So in a similar way, if I just do that, it will just give me the IP of that entire system and go access it at any given point. That's not a problem. You can do all the monkey business. Let's see whether this IP will start working. Should give me something like can't be reached or something. It should not be like 404 or else anything. So let's see whether this can be taken care. हाय हाय नहीं हो पाएगा ब्रो ऐसा तो yes please explain slowly. Yeah, it's told me that exit. I seamlessly exited from the system. So yes, so I can do CLS. It just goes away. Just the same old thing. So let's see if it's updated. If config should start working. All right. If config started working. See, whatever you did as a change will be saved on your disk and everything is sorted here. I think this is the public IP. I need to know where's the IP for this one. This is the net mask. That's perfect. Broadcast is here. So, okay, that's fine. That's perfect. TX and everything has been there. So, Edge top is also there. So, look at that. You know, all the file system, what is being used, what's the performance, and everything is being taken care here. So, I think that's the best part about it. Edge top also works the fine here. So just work on all these. I think action should be running. I don't know why actions took so long, man. But I can show you one of the things. It's here. I think deployment slots are here. So it's in progress. Why is this in progress? All right. So let's see what's the deployment that happened. Man, this is so bad here. So all the environments are here. So yes, so it's in the production and everything is sorted. Like, why is this taking so much time? It's taking a lot of time actually, but I think previous demos I have done. I think there is a lot of things that you can do, and don't worry about that. Everything will be fine. So there are other concepts like Azure functions. Function apps can also be taken care here. So these are just the serverless aspect. That means like in this entire VM web apps and everything, I was supposed to take care about like the packages that I have to think about and everything, right? But now in functions, it's a very simple thing. You just have to just write the code, and everything will be taken care by the cloud vendor himself. So this is what serverless is all about. So a brief intro for all the resources. So you guys can go refer to all my website and everything as a resources. So it's there for you guys. And also, oh, sorry for that. I'm taking the session round, so it's calling. So that's fine. So what you can do is there's something called as docs, Microsoft Web Apps. So just get to know the semantics of this, like what is happening here. So deploy on Ruby on Rails, Python Web App I just deployed, right? So it just gave me all the different ways in which I can do the same old Azure deployment. And the best part of this is like you just have the complete routine to know that hey, this is what we wanted, this is what we wanted to work towards, and everything is taken care from the Azure team. So one of the best ways is to go through the documentation and start learning, as well as some of the YouTube resources I can share you. Azure Fridays is here. So don't worry, I've done some detailed version of GitHub Action, so you guys can go check out that as well. So this is the video for the GitHub Actions that I did. So everything on my channel, I do everything in detail. Don't worry about that. So just Sure, some are unaware of the basic terms like VM, Bastion. I'm very sorry, I didn't prepare much for this. I didn't know the audience worked this much, so that's fine. But I've shown you how the services are deployed, right? So make sure that you learn from that. Portal.azure.com. I wish the actions works today. If it works today, I can show you some of the demo on how this thing works. Like, it's just a simple website that I wrote. That's it. It's not a big deal. Let's see. I will delete all the other other YAML files that I had. So it was done 16 days ago. I think one demo I did 16 days ago. It's here. So, yep. I think, let's see. There should be two more GitHub actions which should be running. All right. So that is for the master branch, and this is for this one, right? Let's see whether the master branch is data. Okay, there's no web apps which are there. So at the end of the day, what happens is as soon as you get the build, the Python app wheel file will be generated like this. You guys can go check out all the things that has been given here. So you guys can see the artifact has been built here, and the deployment will happen on this kind of an website. So you guys can hit on it and the web app will be up and running for you folks. So why did that take a lot of time? 14 days, 18 minutes. I think YouTube may I can show you some resources, don't worry. Just follow that. So Azure Fridays there. So amazing resources. Just copy, paste all the resources from here. That's it. Don't worry about that. Where is the static website which we were supposed to host it in Jiffy? No, no, no. You can host it in any of the platforms, so don't worry about that. So I just gave a brief demo about it. Don't worry. .net slash architecture. Dot .net slash architecture is for all the .NET people, so you guys can go check out all the .NET resources. Amazing thing. It's been taken care from one of the program managers from India itself, so you guys can go check it out. Yeah, I think thank you for that, Prajwal. I think I was also not prepared for that, so don't worry about that. So it's a very simple thing. You can deploy any of the static websites. And the best part about Azure is you get all the mail connectivity and everything will be sorted there. So you guys can go check out some of these as well. So I think there's one demo going on here already. I think there should be a website which should be up and running. It's not built right now. Why? Because there are two errors. Deployment web app to the package failed. Vishwas Narayan, or what's the name of that portal thing? I don't know. Portal.azure.com. So let's see. Oh, okay. Something came out. That's fine. I think I showed that VM part. That's also cool. Like, where should I go and access it, man? Vishwas P. Narayan. Why did it get failed? I don't know. I think there was an package dependency which was missing here and there or something. A failure happened, but this is what you got. That's perfect. Don't worry about that. Everything will be taken care here. And you will get through Sarthak. So don't worry about it. Sarthak will just send you. I think that's it from my side, folks. So wait, portal.azure.com. I'll show you one of the demos on this one, DevOps that I did. So DevOps organization. If I click on it, we'll go to the DevOps organization. I think just refer all my resources that I have given. That's enough for you folks. Don't worry about that. Everything will be taken care. I think this is one of the deployed pipelines. I think the repos are here. So just go grab it. So that's it. That's it. So thank you so much, folks. One of the DevOps demos I did, and that's it from my side. Sorry for that. I don't know why some of my demos didn't work today, but like, it generally used to work. That's perfect. No problem. We'll just
Thank
get
you
it.
very much, Vishwas, for giving such a great and amazing session and also sharing a lot of resources so that we could also practice even after this session and could explore it a bit more. So, the
Yeah,
guys,
and sorry from my side. I'm extremely sorry from my side. Just like how I shared the GitHub Actions video, I will also share an end-to-end Azure video on my YouTube channel. So don't worry about that. And I'm very sorry for today what I've done. Like I'll get the demos done and I'll just make sure that you learn. That's it. Sorry from my side today.
so
Whatever
yeah,
I did.
those guys who are asking for swags and certificate stuff, let me tell you that those guys who are active, they would be receiving certificates through the Microsoft. And about the swags, where we would be giving two swags to active participants and three swags to the people that would be chosen from the LinkedIn ID. I am sharing a link. I'm sharing the link. So you just need to comment over that post by the learnings you had received from this session, and the most innovative way to tell and explain your learnings from this session would be awarded with the swags. So I hope the both criteria are clear. The active participants would be receiving the certificates, and two active participants from the live chat would be selected for the swags, and three participants would be selected from the comment section of LinkedIn post. In LinkedIn post, you need to comment your learning that you received via this lecture. Okay, I hope I am clear. We are up
Okay,
for any
so one
doubts that
last
you are
announcement.
having.
Okay, so one last announcement from my side. So guys, those who were complaining about the like they didn't understand the thing. So this is basically complete hands-on session, and Viswas is our hands-on expert on Azure. So that's why we just took it complete hands-on for you, so that you can get what the real things look like, how the website is really working behind when once you deploy the something your website or your web apps to cloud. So this is what it looks like. So don't worry, who were having the confusion like they don't have any knowledge about cloud and all these things. We have a lot more sessions where we have boot camps basically where you can participate, and you can just get amazing cool things stuff for you, and there you won't be getting these hands-on part. We have some more amazing speakers there. And as Webhouse said, you can comment and you can just claim your swags from the LinkedIn sections, and two active participants will be getting all of these. And do participate in our boot camps there. If you don't have any knowledge about, if you don't know what is C of cloud computing, you will get everything about cloud there. This is all about hands-on session. And we should thank Viswas, because Viswas came on such a short notice, because some mishappening happened in the last time. So Viswas came and he did the hands-on part in the best way he can. So we really apologize for the session. We were about to conduct it in the lot interacting way, but we took it to the hands-on part. So no worries, we will be taking care of that from the next time. So do comment on the LinkedIn post that Vaibhav has shared, and I'm just highlighting the comment. Okay, just a second.
Here is
Okay.
another announcement that we are going to organize a pan India level hackathon next month from 19th to 21st of March. So if you wish to be a part of the community and that hackathon, do join the Telegram group. I am sharing a link. Just a minute. Copy link
I
address.
think
So yeah, you when certificates come, Sabji, the certificates would be receiving via emails and would be received soon.
So yeah, I think I have shared the slides and everything. So just check that out. So don't worry, I'll do a proper session on my channel. So just subscribe to it, so you'll be sorted. So yeah, I think thank you so much, folks. Sorry for what I've done today. Like, but I did some demos, by the way. Like I did some demos, but like let's see tomorrow. I'll just do an end-to-end session. Don't worry about that. So don't worry about that. First.
Thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. Timing to say goodbye.
And thank you so much, folks. Bye.
Okay, thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you, Istas, for joining, and thank you everyone for joining the session. And those who are the audience, please don't spam about their certificates because to means I'm asking about Vaibhav. Please don't ask him continuously about the certificates. We will be rolling out certificates very soon. We have a lot more things initiative planned for you, so it will take some time to roll out your certificates for this session. Okay, so you will be getting through your emails that you have registered with. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Now we are going to end this podcast. Thank you guys.